Boston Red Sox. How will they be in 2011? Well, let's see who they got and who they lost. They re-signed Hideki Okajima, which is a good deal, 1-year deal. They lost Beltre to Texas, but it actually doesn't really affect them that much because they got Gonzalez, who will play first, and Euclid, who will move back to third. Beltre hit like 29 home runs last year and like a 320 average. That's good. Euclid will not put up a 320 average, but he can hit good home runs. Gonzalez is going to put up like a 300 average and hit like 35-40 home runs, because you have to remember, Petco Park is so much bigger than Fenway. Okay. All the doubles he hit at Petco, a few of them are home runs, so add that into the 30 plus he hit this year. They lost Taylor Buckles, which wasn't really that much. He's not really that effective, but they did get Dan Wheeler. For all you guys who know who Dan Wheeler is, who don't know who he is a good reliever. He is dependent. You can trust him as your setup man. The Mets also got Matt Albers from Baltimore. Matt Albers isn't really like good. He's just average, I guess. Boston also signed Carl Crawford for like $142 million deal, or $160 million, something like that, and to like a 7-year deal, which in my eyes is way too much. He is not worth that much at all whatsoever. He can hit like 18 home runs a year, 20 homers a year. He's good at stealing bases, no doubt, but he's not like the best. You know what I mean? For all the money you pay him, you could have got. Actually, that's just too much in general to pay anyone. Now, like A-Rod or Pujols or Fielder, that's something else. But an outfielder who isn't gonna put up power numbers, but he will hit for average decent, like a 300 hitter. So yeah, he's pretty good. He's good, no doubt. He's definitely an all-star and definitely an upgrade. But they also re-signed Jason Varitek, the catcher. He's good. I'd want him as catcher. He's good at throwing people out and blocking the plate. They got Adrian Gonzalez. In order for them to have gotten Adrian Gonzalez, they traded away 3 minor leaguers and 1 player to be named. The reason the trade went down was because the San Diego Padres they didn't have much money, so they also got cash for him. Since they traded Gonzalez, they got some minor leaguers, but also they had that much more money to spend. The the Red Sox also got what's his name again? Bobby Jenks. They got Bobby Jenks, who in my eyes is pretty good, but not closer good. He has his moments. He is a closer, and I would put him as a closer, but like for a regular team. But when you have like 3 other closers, when you have 3 other closers on the same team, he would be my second pick. Remember, because they got Jonathan Papelbon. Also, David Ortiz exercised his option, so now he's back with the Red Sox. He's not going anywhere. Also, Ortiz, you may not think he's good, but he is actually fantastic. For all you people that say he's not good, why do we have him? He is one of the best designated hitters right now. 28 home runs last year, and he is still one of the most feared in players. And at Boston, he is the heart and soul of Boston right now. They also, don't forget, Boston also has a good starting rotation, in which they have Josh Beckett, who had a down year, but so what? He's going to come back. he's actually just as good as AJ Burnett if you add up all the numbers by when they both came up to the big leagues. AJ Burnett has like 109 wins, Beckett 112. Burnett has a 3.98 ERA, and Beck has like a 3.7 or 3.8 something. Also, they got Clay Buchholz, who was fantastic, and if he was to like finish the season because of not an injury, of which he had, he probably would be in contention for the Cy Young. Although King Felix was really good. They also have Daniel Bard, who's a great reliever. They have John Lackey, who's good. He's not the best, but he's definitely someone you can depend on to eat up innings and have like a 3.5 ERA. They have John Lester, who is still fantastic. Jonathan Lester. He is amazing and just dependable. You can count on him whenever he goes out there to throw a solid game, and whenever he doesn't do well, he's going to make up for it the following 3-4 starts. Then they have Daisuke Matsuzaka and Hideki Okajima, who are great pitchers. They still have Tim Wakefield, the knuckleballer. In my eyes, Wakefield is good as a reliever, and he could be a closer as well, but when you have Jenks and Papelbon out there, he's not really in that contention because remember, he's like 42 years old. They also have Dustin Pedroia, who is injured, who has a chance to be comeback player of the year because he was injured and down. But overall, Pedroia is a great second baseman. He can hit like 15-20 bombs a year. He has like a 300 average, he can. And he's just great defensively. He's like a Gold Glove winner. He probably will win one next year. If he played the whole year, he'd be right next to Cano. They also have Marco Scudero, who isn't good offensively, but you can still like depend on him in a way. He's not the best, but he's not the worst. They have Mike Cameron, who is pretty good, I guess. He's one of those players like Delwin Young, who you really don't really care about that much. They got J.D. Drew, who can put like 15 homers, 20 a year. He's capable of doing that. Then you have Jacoby Ellsbury. When he's healthy, he can steal 70 bases a year, okay? He is going to be amazing next year. In that lineup, if he's leadoff or second in the lineup, he's a threat on the bases. He's an amazing outfielder, and he's decent average. He also can hit some home runs here and there, but nothing special at all whatsoever. But still, though, he's pretty good. You know what I mean? Okay, well, that sums it up. Oh yeah, also, how do I feel about the Red Sox, making it to the postseason? Definite. The biggest difference in the American League East is going to be the difference between first and second place. Because the Red Sox, they have everything you could want. They have pitching, they have offense, they have defense, they have speed, they have contact, power, all that stuff. And for a team like that to have all those options, plus with relievers, they have like 7 great relievers who you can depend on most of the time. And if you don't feel safe with one of them, you can always go to the next one. Okay, that's what I think of the Red Sox this year. And that is all. Thank you. Comment below.